Yeah, what's up? Welcome to Madhouse Pro. I'm in the building. If you don't like it, you can get out my building. I've been gone for a minute, right? Right. Um, I'm back in this piece. Blue biker. Blue biker in this piece. Nah, let me quit. Um, quick tutorial. Dealing with effects. When you're running effects live or running it through console, using either your DAW, which you can. I didn't touch Luna. I know Luna probably dope. Um, Using UAD console can really help out in that department depending on your DAW. I'm gonna open up two tracks, a two-track session. Let's do this one. Before I do that, I want to show you guys something. In here, in my DAW, I don't know how yours is, but if you use a sampler tool, easy to follow along. But this is for my UAD people. You probably can also do it with your other audio interfaces and things. If your DAW has something to like this, a hybrid system, which right up there says hybrid. My mixer, effects, and monitoring. Monitoring is everything you hear, either through your monitor or your headphones. So the mixer effects. I know in Pro Tools you could drop it over there and you could do it like, I don't know about the latency part. The latency is the time it takes for the object or music or sound being processed with the effects till it hit back to the ear. And sometimes that's what we call buffer. The buffer size can make it either longer or short. The shorter the number mean the better it is. But it would take up a lot of computer usage on your system. You may start getting static and things of that nature. Don't quote me. I may mess up on some of these terms. I'm tired, okay? I'm not getting paid for this either. So chill out. Nah, but anyway. So if I'm using my DAW, you see it changes from the red. If I just wanted it to hardware monitor right here, HW hardware, and I just want to monitor that one, that'll be my, anything that touches my audio interface. The sound will come through. It won't be processed by the ASIO driver or nothing. It just goes straight through, which will help with the latency time, because then it's zero latency. There's no latency when I hook up the mic and I say just run it that way. So, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna let the system with the ASIO driver do its part, meaning there will be some latency, minimum to a lot. Let's go. So this is for the people when you're recording. If you got them in a booth and they want to hear their effects in their headphones, and you sitting back and they like, yo, I want to hear this as I'm rapping or I'm singing, and you like, I got you. You got to set everything up right. So we'll just go with a two-track, right? We'll just say they got a track here or on the second one. It doesn't matter. When you turn on the microphone or you're arming it, and you probably could hear the shift. It's very minimum, but I could hear the inversion going on. Let me be more specific. Let me change this to mono, and you really can hear it. So if you got headphones on, you guys hear it and know what I'm talking about. So it's like real airy, this and that. When I turn this off, it's just straight, nothing being processed. So when I turn this on, and we'll just say, it's very minimum though. I'm shocked. Let's just grab a plugin to put on there. Now I'm gonna use Hitsville reverb chambers because I got both of them, and I could use one on console. Wow. And I could use the other one on console and one in the DAW. Now, if you could hear it, once I turn it on, it's gonna be a delay. That delay is called latency. That's what we hearing. So you're going to hear that when I turn it on, because it's being processed by the computer chip and the software. So when I turn it on, like, hey, what's going on? Forget you and your mama. It has a delay as it chops up, right? So we go do this one more time. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. I could hear the delay. Let me take it off. I could hear the delay because that's the latency. That's the time it takes. The software is going to take its time to process it and spit it back out to you. So let's go over to UAD console. Now this is Hitsville reverb chambers. You're going to hear the difference when I go to console. So my vocal is coming through this one right here. Yes, I do have something on the unison channel, but that's even in. It takes that vocal over to my DAW the same. So when I turn on the chamber here, it's more on point. There isn't a delay or a latency for whatever reason when I'm using UAD, which is dope. Zero latency. I don't know how it does it, but I like it. So let's go back to the other one, and I can hear the difference. I didn't do the ABC, but this still isn't bad though. So if I was to have somebody to come in here and still want to have the effects, oh my goodness, on their vocals, it's really not that bad. It really ain't, but I can hear the difference than using it on the DAW and using it in console. So just be mindful that you could get perks from having certain brands, certain configurations, and what's best for you, what works for you. But just know that, like, sometimes you could use other things at your fingertips. You know, I could say, fine, I could use the Hits reverb on this and put something else on my other channel. So let's do it like this. So I'm going to turn this on, right? I'm going to turn this on. That's probably going to irk some people, so I'm going to turn it off. That's probably irking y'all. So I get the stack. Oh, my bad. I get to stack some of this stuff, right? Let me remove all. So if I got something else over here like a de-esser, I just throw it on there. So let's just pick something, a bus loop, aspirant. So my vocal sounds very different right now anyway. So the gain reduction, you can see that. But it allows me to do other things. I could still turn on the Hitsville chamber and still get that on top of that. So this is how this works. Everything runs through UAD console first. And then from UAD console, it comes down and hits the reverb channel. And let's see if I want to add, let's see, another effect. Give me another vendor. Boom, boom, boom on your. Let's just use this plate. Okay, there's a plate. So, so you're able to utilize a lot more. Now you really could see the effect it has. You can see the effect it has on the on your latency. So it's still being processed by the plate 140, and you can hear it afterwards. So if I was in the booth, this will probably throw me off when I'm singing or rapping. So that's the thing that you want to look at. Now, if I could run a plate and console, it'd be zero latency, but I don't have that plate. Well, let me get out all this. Do it like this. All right. So, latency in your effects. If you can, I don't know how that happened, but it's cleaner using UAD. It really is. So, just keep that in mind. Try different configurations. Read the manual on your DAW. Your DAW may have something that, change this setting to do this, and you may never know about it. But I ain't gonna stay on here much longer. That was just a small video, a demo. My voice is hitting pretty good. And now let's do the Universal Audio Apollo Quad. Real good, real good. No latency. No latency. That helps out. So like, I mean, it's invaluable. If they're in the booth, and it's best I'm gonna use all my UAD plugins because they're gonna get that darn near what, zero latency compared to what you would get out of your DAW. Nothing wrong with using your DAW, but if they want to hear that stuff, you want to make sure you can provide it to the best of your ability. And I'm gonna do this now because I'm gonna probably lose you, and if I lose you guys, it's okay. I'm gonna just cut off the channel. But in the settings, right here, once you change that buffer size, mine's at 128. The lower you go, that's gonna shorten your latency right there. It's gonna shorten it. Like, you see, it don't have a 0 on there because that's only to get 0. You got to run it through the actual interface, which we know how to do that. But when you're using this and it's going through the system, 128 is good enough. 64 is real good. 32, and on my system, 32, it gets the crackling. So I'll be like, don't use it. So I leave it at 128. So also another thing to think about, if you're not recording, don't burn up all these resources. When you do your production, your engineering, you finish with it, and it comes to the recording process, then like if you just want to record, then you could probably go to 6432 if you need it when recording. So, but other than that, this is Madhouse Pro. I'm out. Y'all be safe and blessed. Keep making music. Go.